So, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I hope I am visible as well as audible to you. Please confirm. Also, I request everyone to please kindly turn on their cameras so that you can be easily visible and we all can see you. Great. Let's begin with our session. First of all, let me welcome you from, you know, from the side of in-depth communication. I am Malvika Sagar, co-founder of in-depth communication, and today we all are gathered here on this remarkable journey, especially online. So we have people coming together from the various corners of the globe today to celebrate the launch of R.K Narayan's India, a perspective. So it's a literary treasure waiting to be, discovered. And although we are not physically present in the same place today, our collective enthusiasm and excitement transcends the distances as we celebrate the birth of this captivating tale. Today, we have the distinct honor of being joined by the esteemed personalities from the world of literature, academia, and the publishing industry. People, those who have joined in with us, their insights and their expertise promise to enrich our understanding of R.K. Narayan's India, which is portrayed in the book of R.K. Narayan's India, a perspective. So, firstly, we are privileged to have the renowned author Dr. Kanika Arya with us, whose remarkable talent and dedication have given birth to the captivating narrative of R.K. Narayan's India perspective. Her unique perspective and creative prowess have brought to life a story that resonates deeply with the readers across the diverse backgrounds. Joining Dr. Kanika Arya, there are three esteemed chief guests. Each of them are renowned in their respective fields, and they have been kind enough, they have been sweet enough to graciously review this book, and they will be, offering their invaluable insights into the R.K. Narayan India perspective. So I request everyone to uh, had it been we were there on the stage today or on in a physical format, I would have requested all of you to applause for the guest, but yes, we can definitely smile for our guest today. So we have with us Dr. Joy Thani. He's a head of the department at VG Ways College in Mumbai. He has a keen interest in literature and culture, whose deep understanding of narratives and storytelling techniques brings the nuanced perspective brings the nuanced perspective to R.K. Narayan's India, a perspective. The book, Dr. Sham will illuminate us with his thoughts on the cultural landscape, which is depicted within the pages of this extraordinary work. Second chief guest that we have with us today is Dr. Salome. She is the professor and head of the Humanities and Social Sciences, Creative Sciences, and Entrepreneurship Department at Mahindra University, Hyderabad. She has more than 20 years of experience in teaching, especially English literature and language. She is an extraordinary luminary in the realm of Indian history and social commentary, whose expertise, will shed light on this historical context and societal intricacies woven throughout R.K. Narayan's India perspective. I'm sure her profound analysis will offer us a unique lens through which we will be able to explore this book. Lastly, we are honored to have Dr. Anita Dakshina. She is currently associated with GN Khalsa College, Matunga, and Satish Pradhan Dhyan Sadhana College, Thane, Mumbai. Her expertise lies in the subject of management, and she is a revered figure in publishing industry. I'm sure whose discerning eye for literary merit and storytelling excellence has brought numerous exceptional work to the forefront, and we are great that Dr. Anita's perspective on the impact will give us an impact and will provide a significant perspective within the contemporary literature promises, which seems to be promises and enlightening. on the book which is R.K Narayan's India. So together, let us just politely and most humbly invite our first, the first, the captain of the ship, the author herself, to please come forward and maybe unmute yourself and talk a little bit about your book. And I request her to kindly grace the audience, grace the situation with your kind words. Dr. Kanika.
Uh, Good morning to all the esteemed people present here. I hope I'm audible. Uh, am I audible, Malvika?
Yeah, be audible.
Oh, great, great. Thank you so much. In-depth communications. The first thank you to you because it is incomprehensible to be saying how it feels to be launching your first book. When you look at it, you have mixed emotions. Sometimes you feel very critical about it. Sometimes you feel very happy, joyful, like a child to be looking at this book. And then the intelligentsia, the crowd that you've created today to be, critiquing this book. I'm really thankful to you. So the first words of gratitude go towards you. I am also very happy to see Dr. Manish Verma here. He's the torch bearer. He's the lighthouse for me because he was my guide during PhD. Sir, thank you so much to be here. I would also like to thank Dr. Nitin, who helped me get this book through. So it's really a pleasure to be seeing all these important people in my life who have shown me direction. So thank you. A big gratitude for you to be here. Dr. Sham has been a friend, a philosopher, and guide. I am so thankful for you to be here, and I'm really scared as well that you'll be a bit critical because now that I look at my book, I don't know. I really don't know. Mixed feelings is what I have in my head. And Dr. Salome, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm really happy to see you. And looking at your huge bank of knowledge, I am certainly going to learn something here. And Dr. Anita, I think she had some technical glitches with her joining Teams. So she's with another of my friend. I hope she can hear me as well. She has a very special place with me because she's been that big sister who has always been guiding me. And thank you, Malvika. Uh, she's been a good friend for years now. At this book, I would not say that this is something that has honest opinions from my side. So it's not something that has a great academic bent to it. As a child, the storyteller that I loved the most was R.K Narayan. Whether it was watching Malgudi days or it was reading any one of his stories, my soul could resonate with these stories because I come from the city of Jammu. It's a small city. It's not as big as Mumbai, where I stay now. I find people always running here. When we were in Jammu and we used to take rides in a matador, people would look at each other and smile. The shopkeepers would talk to you. People at temple would, crack conversations with you. So when I entered his world, R.K. Narayan's world, it was nothing different from where I have spent my childhood. His stories are enormous. Today also, if you pick up a dark room, uh, whatever you go through as a woman, you will resonate with the protagonist there. Or if you want to relive your childhood, it is a Swami and Friends that you have to pick up. So I have just written down my experiences, how I feel about his work, how I feel about R.K. Narayan and his stories and his characters and his India. It's just lovely to be there. Even if today I pick up a Swami and Friends, it's love at first sight with Swami. And if I'm picking up a guide, I would not want to watch what Vijay Anand did to it because Rosie is so beautiful, courageous, and a warrior in that book. So that's why we say R.K. Narayan's India, a perspective. It is my perspective, and I have mixed feelings for it. I am so thankful to each one of you here today to be sparing your time and giving this book thought from your side. And I'll listen to you all joyfully. What all criticism or appreciation, whatever you have to say, I'll take it, and I'm very happy. Thank you so much, Malvika, Nitin, everyone at In Depth, and all my great friends here. Thank you so much. Thanks a lot. Malvika, I
So
would
we
want you to
may,
take over, please. Thanks.
yeah. So we may start with Dr. Sham. Dr. Sham, if you could please unmute yourself and talk more about the book and the author. How, I'm sure that you must have gone through the book. So over to you, Dr. Sham.
So much. Tell me if I'm audible very clear.
Yes, sir. You're audible.
Very, very good morning to all the friends here, all the members, sorority, if I may, present here. Congratulations to my friend Kanika Arya on her first book. There is no other feeling in this world, the first of anything, whether it's the first made in century by a cricketer or first book published by, there is nothing like it. There's nothing else like it. So congratulations, Dr. Kanika. Dr. Kanika and I been friends over literature, over this common interest for quite a few years now. We have shared say, what could I say? We have shared a few podia, shared a few fora talking about literature, presenting papers in various conferences. So that has more or less given both of us an idea about our interest areas, our likes, what we like to read, how much we like to read, where do we like to restrict ourselves, the genres that we usually pick up. So it's not surprising that Kanika chosen R.K. Narayan as the subject of her very first book. And I would say that I'm really privileged. Thank you so much, Kanika, for here to be here, sending me the book to be reviewed. Coming to literature, experiences of literature, you said you have written this book as your experiences while reading R.K. Now, R.K. Narayan is an author who gives you experience. There are very few authors in India who help you relive your. We happen to be from that generation who have lived in the world as portrayed by R.K. Even though we are not even we have not even hit our midlife crisis yet, but still we are privileged enough to have lived in a world. We are we are digital migrants. We are not digital natives. We are digital migrants, so we know what it was like for Swami to live in that time. And maybe just uh, except one or two books of R.K. Narayan, I can boast that I have read all of it. So that made my job of reviewing the book even easier because I have read all these wonderful stories. I think short stories, novels, the retelling of the epics that R.K. Narayan has done. Everything, everything. I have one entire small section of my personal library at home dedicated to art. These four, five dedicated corners. R.K. Narayan is Rohinton Mystery. Of course, Rohinton Mystery is over much lesser than the others mentioned here. But nonetheless, I have created these corners. So R.K. Narayan is the biggest, followed only by Gabriel Garcia Marquez. So my talk here is easygoing, book, just like R.K. Narayan's writing, as mentioned by Kanika. He uses a very simple line because he talks about the simple things in life which we unnecessarily sometimes forget. That is what Narayan seems to be hinting at. And I believe the best way to read any literature, the best way to experience any literature is to gauge how the author activates your five basic senses. And I felt every time I picked up an R.K. Narayan, every time I read an R.K. Narayan, felt Malgudi was bringing alive all those five basic human senses. Sense of smell, the sense of touch, sense of hearing, the sense of vision, sense of taste, because the cuisines that would that Tommy would crave for, and the pickle and so many other sweet meats that Tommy would buy with his friends, they would bring alive those different flavors that he comes, and also as a group, the smell of the filter coffee with the tumbler full of filter coffee to hurry to school. These things bring alive all the senses, and we like a good growing up novel, like a good Bildungsroman novel that Tommy and Friends is. Just like we see the growth of Tommy the character from Bill. If we may consider Tommy and Friends, The Bachelor of Arts, and The English Teacher as a trilogy, and if we consider Tommy and then Chandran and then Krishnan, the three characters, as the same character who has grown up, being presented by, if we consider them, then I think Kanika has done a very good job, collected properly. Even more so, Kanika has hinted that R.K Narayan himself was growing up by it. You can see that. He continued to evolve. And that evolution as a writer is so evident because of the span of writing that I 45 years, correct. That was the writing. Not many authors have that kind of writing. Only very prolific ones. Prolific ones are only those who continue to write good. Some authors are only one book wonders. They vanish. Only when you write good books, you continue to be recognized by your readers, by your through your adaptation. In this current world, that what we value so much are writings which are adaptable. So what we are valuing so much now, in our going to 80 years, 80 years, Swami and Friends published in mid 1930s, adapted by Doordarshan, it continues to resonate in our living room, even till today, through the digital YouTube will be available before that. So that is a good sign of a great author. That's a wonderful job in these perspectives, in cultural perspectives of India. This go to Kanika. There's many more to come. Many sure. Continue to continue to give us different readings of great authors. I wanted to keep the discourse very simple, so I'm not very technical. I wanted this to sound like a conversation with life.
Right. So you have, I mean, you rightly said that it is imperative for people to keep on doing the good work so that, the the people, those who are interested in reading good content, they keep on getting the good content. And it is, as you know, the moment we become an author for first book, of course it gives an immense amount of courage, and that kind of strength is given to an author, that his work is being recognized the moment you publish your things outside, in the outside world, and once it is there out, so you not only get a lot of criticism, but there are people who are appreciating your work as well. So it's very very difficult time for an author to appreciate both of the parts of the life, wherein how to live by that criticism, in order to it is always better to take it in a good way and then to improve on the second work, because it gives, personally, when I feel, the people, those who publish one book and then they stop themselves, thinking that okay, people are not going to like my work. So it's not about a few people who are louder enough in criticizing, but yes, we should think about those ones who are silent and silently appreciating us, right? Who are reading us. So this kind of courage, I think it should be given to all the authors to keep on writing, to keep on doing the good work. And thank you, Dr. Sham, for enlightening us with your kind words. And of course, for I think it means a lot for Kanika ma'am to hear from you. Next, we have with us Dr. Salome. Um, Salome ma'am, if you could turn on your camera and please talk. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Malvika. I'm really privileged to be a part of this book launch. I mean, it is such a great thing, to go through Dr. Kanika's book today. I mean, uh, you know, uh, actually, she made me go back to my childhood. She transported me through her book because I had to say a few words here. And R.K. Narayan, I feel, is not a person outside our family. I mean, that is my feeling. I agree with the Dr. Shyam when he said that we are made to relive our past or our childhood, and it is uh, you know uh, the way that we actually progressed as an individual. Okay, at least the trilogy that Dr. Kanika looked at in this book, R.K. Narayan's India, a Perspective, I think is also the development of myself, I feel. I mean, R.K. Narayan is not outside us. Though he had to use the, terminology saying fictional world of Malgudi, I think, as Kanika, Dr. Kanika was saying that, it was not different from the place that she comes from, Jammu. Okay, so I think all of us have the same feeling when we read R.K. Narayan, and definitely the adaptations of R.K. Narayan are immemorial. Okay, you cannot say, okay, work has been done with R.K. Narayan and there is nothing else to research on it. No, I think the child psychology that R.K. Narayan brings in during those days, that is 1930s or whatever, I think we can readapt them for the challenges that we have with our own children. Okay, how well it was dealt with as parents, when the children were growing up, or in that, the cultural setup which was there then, the ritualistic, the cultural, and everything that existed then. We feel that we are at loss now because we don't have those systems in place, or the standard of living that we are trying to help our children with. But I think R.K. Narayan's books can relive now, and we can take so much of, I should say, suggestions from his books for raising children too. I mean, the kind of, maybe, we grew to some extent with those kind of standards. But yes, I thank Dr. Kanika for, it is very nostalgic for me, to be very frank. You got me back to my childhood days. And if you remember, I don't know if you watched the Malgudi days with that music. Na 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 na. I mean, it was a favorite series for, I think, when we were growing as kids. I mean, this was like, and you cannot but, watch the Malgudi days. It is like part of our life and our lifestyle. I mean, I was just trying to look at it on the internet just now, the YouTube. Yeah, so uh, I'm really enthralled, Dr. Kanika. I congratulate you for, maybe it is your perspective, as you said. You said it's my perspective and my experience of R.K. Narayan and his fictional world, but I think you made it even my experience. Yeah, R.K. Narayan, as you know, he's one of those. There's nothing to tell about him. All of us know about it. But the best thing I thought for preparing for this particular launch, I thought I'll take inputs from your book. Okay, I'm actually reading it from your book. R.K. Narayan is a brilliant storyteller. Narayan gives us a sensitive, emotional, and real portrayal of 20th century Indian life, set mostly in fictional world of Malgudi. Okay, I'm just flipping through the pages of your book to, yeah, I mean, the kind of characterization of Swami. I think all of us have Swami in ourselves. We live Swami most of the time, even if we have grown so old now. I mean, I think Chandran and also Krishna. I think these phases in our life are part of, like, we would have played Swami at some time, some some part of our life. We would have taken those inputs and Chandran. Yeah, because these cannot be dissociated from our lives. So Narayan explores, I'm reading from your book again. This is on page 15. Narayan explores his characters, puts challenges before them, makes rebels out of them, and finally settles them down to the Indian way of life. For him, exposure is important, but so is being grounded in one's own culture. So, I mean, it now I think we I think we are becoming rootless. I mean, I don't know if the statement is acceptable or not, because the challenges that we face with our children, we don't know where to place our children. At least we had some roots. We had something to say that, okay, we have to abide by these things. But our children, they don't have those roots, one thing, and we are not able to give them certain standing or foundation for them to take off from. So I feel very pathetic about the present generation, the teenagers that are growing now, because I don't know whether they are grounded in a certain way, and maybe even I am responsible, or the system itself is like that, I feel. So I would also like to quote from, yeah, his stories are like bedrock. When in trouble or aghast with life, they make us smile at our incompetence and challenge us to restart, as does Raju in the guide. Okay, I mean, I think, all of us are part of the characterization of Narayan. I think we play most of his characters because Narayan actually brings in reality in his fiction. And the best coincidence of me talking about Narayan here is I worked on Graham Greene's novels. That was my so, and the first time when Narayan had to publish, I think Graham Greene was his mentor. And it was Graham Greene who introduced him, at least for the first four books. I think he kind of pushed him to publish his work. And I again quote from Dr. Kanika's book here. It is on page 139. Quote, Graham Greene appreciates Narayan for showing the world the real India. For him, Kipling romanticizes India and Foster loses India. It was Narayan who expressed perfectly what it is to be an Indian. His characters held mothers sacred, believed in vegetarianism. God was the ultimate savior. Family and society are inevitable, and the ancient values and customs are sacrosanct. But Western influences have started touching their cozy world, and the tussle brings introspection and sometimes renders them ruthless. Politics and metaphysics slightly touch them, their down to earth attitude and their universal human psychological traits, influenced by society around, places them in some of the most authentic Indian literary works and entitles Narayan rightly to Green's expression of experiencing a second home in Narayan's work. His fiction matured with time and had a peculiar mix of tragedy and humor for which he's been placed right next to Chekhov. His characters are the center of his works. It is they around whom the whole fiction is fabricated. I think the crux of what I wanted to say, Tanika has already said. So, with these few words, I congratulate you, Dr. Kanika, for the first ever book launch. I mean, I think I expect you to write many more books, And maybe you will also bring us back to our own childhood and our own personality and the challenges that we are facing today. Thank you very much, Malvika, for this time.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you. I never knew that you were so deeply associated to, R.K. Narayan and his perspective. But yes, I do remember the day when you took my interview. You specifically were so keen in knowing about, this book. When I showed that I have, we have been into publishing and everything. So, ma'am mistaken me that I'm the author of the book, and then at the end of the interview, I had to clear her, ma'am, it's not me, I'm not the author. So, I'm just helping her in publishing this book. So, uh, yes, of course, when we go through her book, we really understand that how deeply are we connected to our roots. But what you have said is right. And I think the other day we were discussing on the same thing, that what are we giving to our children? I mean, do they have this kind of content? Do they have this kind of, this kind of feeling? I mean, I'll say feeling, that coming back to your roots and looking forward for something that you can cherish in the later part of your life. This is, I think, extremely emotional, and we all feel happy today by reading her book. But maybe I can request Dr. Kanika to find out some more different ways which can help our children, so that they can also feel a little bit more grounded, and which will help them eventually when they look into their when they will be in their maybe mid 30s, 40s, 50s, or whatever part of their life, when they look at the books. And of course, through maybe R.K. Narayan, I mean, talking about R.K. Narayan's India, it will be unstoppable, because there are lots of things to tell, to talk. And but yes, maybe in your upcoming books you can shed a few, your I mean, I'm not just saying one book, many books, okay? Just try to spread happiness around through your books, and so that people can definitely feel connected, and they will be feeling happy about their childhood days and their memories. So I request again Kanika ma'am to invite the next speaker. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Malvika. Uh, Salumi ma'am, it was beautiful to hear you. It was, like you're strolling through a garden, and, the fresh sun rays are coming upon you, and they're giving you the wanted vitamins. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I personally, now that I look at this book when it's published, I won't say I'm very optimistic about it. The words that come to me is mixed feelings. I feel happy, but I feel critical as well. But hearing you, makes me again come to the positive edge. Thank you so much. Thanks a lot. Sham sir, thank you so much. Thanks a lot. I mean, it's very special to have you there. I've always seen you as the epitome of Mumbai University literature. So, you speaking about the book, and you speaking about the author, one who's very close to my heart. For me, storytelling starts with R.K. Narayan. I'll be very honest. There are writers before him, there are writers after him, but he's the one for me, because when I read his stories and then I start looking outside at the world, I'll observe and I'll say how immaculate he was with his observations, and then putting those pearls of wisdom on the text, and creating something which even the TV series Malgudi or the film Guide couldn't do, or the plays that have been done for so many years with Guide. So he's the one for me. I'm totally enamored by that writer, and I tried my best to give a tribute to him. And listening to you both today is like, thank you. Those are the words. It's incomprehensible how I feel. And I would like to invite Anita Dakshina ma'am now. I hope you're there. Anita ma'am, can you hear me? Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here. You are on mute. Please unmute yourself.
Can you hear me, Kanika? Because
Yes. You're very much audible. You're very much audible. You're audible, Anita ma'am. Please go on.
Yeah. So good morning to all the stalwarts present here. First of all, heartfelt congratulations to you, Kanika. You so rightfully deserve this. It has been actually a long journey with you as a friend, as a sister, as a fellow academician. So I'm really loving it. Each and every moment of this part of your journey. I don't know. If I can use some other words to congratulate you, and the smile on your face. Gosh. So thank you for this opportunity. It means a lot. Actually, I've reviewed a few other books of other publishing houses, but this has been a very interesting and a personal journey. Considering that, I have seen your academic journey, your musings and ramblings about R.K. Narayan, and Swami's world sitting right next to me, and our friend circle, and you kept on talking about the music, that tana ta tana, and the book delivers each and everything whatever you spoke those days. And it has been really, you have taken years and you have thought a lot, and this book is a real output of all those mornings and evenings of those ramblings, of musings, what you were talking about. So R.K. Narayan's India, a perspective, by Dr. Kanika, Arya. It's so nice to read this name. So, as a book reviewer, actually, this is a very compelling work, wherein the writer, that is, you have delved into the heart of Indian experiences, drawing parallels between the enchanting simplicity of indigenous stories and the global hunger for narratives in today's fast-paced world. This book weaves a tapestry of cultural nuances, inviting readers to reflect on the connection between stories and the human experiences. Your keen observations and your uh, skill set shine through as you provide a critical commentary on R.K. Ramayan's significant contributions to Indian English literature. Unveiling the nuances of Narayan's storytelling, you have explored the use of English language in the Indian context and highlighted his ability to create a world immersed in rustic charm. Uh, that's a different world which has come out through your book. So, Kanika, you have been a great educator, and your book shows that you are able to unravel the layers of R.K. Narayan's literary legacy. So, on the whole, I can say that R.K. Narayan's India, a perspective, is not just a book, it's an invitation to rediscover the simplicity of storytelling. This book bridges the gap between tradition, modernity, simplicity, and complexity. Congratulations once again, Kanika. Thanks a lot for this opportunity given to me. Yes, over to you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. It means a lot you coming there and speaking up, taking time out of your busy schedule. And thank you. Malvika, can we just go back to you?
Yes, thank you so much, Dr. Anita. We are pleased to have you here, though we could not see you, but yes, it was great to hear from you. Now I request, and now I open the floor for the questions from the audience side. If you have any questions, any doubt, any queries, if you want to interact with the author, you are free to do that. Anything that you want to share, maybe your experiences, anything with the author, you are please free to do it. Yes, Dr. Sham, you wish to say something?
Question for Dr. Kanika, that one character from the world of marketing that you would like to play, either in a film, a series, or a stage.
Thank you so much, Sham sir, for asking me this. So we have at page number 147, the dark room. Yeah, I see whenever Narayan is discussed, I hope I'm audible, everyone.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Um, he has this humor. He has this innate humor. He doesn't need words. He does not need situations to create that humor. It comes with the way he's knitting his story, right? But when it comes to the dark room, it's I would say it's dark humor. I don't know, sir, how much you will connect to that story, but every woman who is present right now in this session would definitely do. Savitri is, I would say, the best that he has created. I know this is not a book that has been critically appreciated too much. It is Swami and Friends, and it is Guide. Guide even got him Sahitya Academy Award. But The Dark Room is the book, where Savitri is a simple middle class woman, who's going through her ramblings. She has no expectations from life. Her husband is her god. Her children is what she has to cater to. She's cooking, she's doing puja, and suddenly the husband falls for a extramarital affair. And how she reacts to that. That whole process, that whole character, going from being that very simple, humble character to, going into the dark depths of depression, revolting, and, losing the battle and coming back to normal life and accepting that extramarital affair. I have not seen this happening in any of the stories that I've read, So she enamors me. If I had to play a character, I would play her because when she says, what is the difference between a woman and a bamboo pole? I am a bamboo pole. I just exist. So, I mean, that's the best character for me. If I have to play, I would play Savitri. She speaks in ways for which you don't need words or for which you do not need stories. You just have to be there, like the bamboo pole is. So she spoke in the negative sense. I'm speaking in the positive sense. She's the bamboo pole. So that's the character.
So by that you mean you're going to put the person in place.
I simply love that character. She's some people just fight their battles silently. She just metamorphizes that, I would say, Savitri.
Right.
Thank you so much for asking this. Thanks a lot.
So, is there anyone else who wants to ask any kind of questions to Dr. Arya?
Hello everyone. Hello, am I audible?
Yes,
Hi.
yes,
Uh,
yes, please.
Yes,
uh,
Javi, you
so,
are.
uh, Hello everyone. Firstly, it's a great honor to be in this meeting because we are hearing so many different perspectives, and there are a lot of students of Dr. Kanika Arya in this meeting right now, including myself, and all of us here know how passionate she was about R.K. Narayan's literature in her classes. And it's just great to see a culmination of all of her thoughts being printed down in this book now. So I just wanted to congratulate both the publishing house and Dr. Kanika Arya for publishing this book. And all of us can't wait to read the book. That's all I had to say. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Javeer. Thank you so much. So, seeing the time and everybody's, I mean, uh, I really, really need to thank everyone for being here. So, ladies and gentlemen, as we draw curtains on this captivating online event, we are here right now celebrating the launch of R.K. Narayan's India Perspective. I am really filled, what do I say? I'm filled with immense gratitude. I am filled with excitement, and I have a huge amount of admiration for the vibrant discussions and the insightful conversations that we have, that have taken place today. And exploring the literary genius of R.K. Narayan's and dwelling into the essence of the Indian perspective or the India perspective, or you can say the perspective of people, those who have seen those kind of content and they are reliving their childhood days right now. So this has been it has been an enriching experience. And these kind of timeless tales which are penned by Narayan, So these will always continue to resonate with the readers, and not just readers, I think across the generations, which are which will serve as a purpose of offering a, you can say, a poignant portrayal of Indian society, culture, and of course the human experiences. So my on behalf of in-depth communication, it is our heartfelt gratitude which we extend to our esteemed panelists today, whose profound insights have illuminated the essence of Dr. Arya's work on R.K. Narayan's India perspective, and shedding their light on the relevance in today's world. Your passion and your expertise today have truly enriched our session, and of course our understanding on Narayan's literary legacy. So, to a big thank you to our audience who have been, very enthusiastic, and they have been listening to us very patiently. People those who have joined us across globe, Dr. Nitin, Dr. Manish, especially, even seeing the time differences, he has been able to join us. So, I deeply thank you, sir, and of course. All the participants for their unwavering support for being present today. Your presence has been, of course, the cornerstone, as a success of this particular event. And we hope definitely there are further discussions and reflections that will sparkle your day to day. The thoughts will link in your mind, and you will keep on inspiring the work written by Dr. K. Arya. Now we are parting our ways. Let us just carry forward the spirit of R.K. Narayan's storytelling method, and let us just try to foster a greater understanding and an appreciation for the rich tapestry of India's cultural heritage. So once again, my heartfelt thank to everyone who has contributed in making this event a remarkable success today. Let's continue to celebrate the brilliance of R.K. Narayanan, Dr. Kanika K. Arya, and let us just keep the love alive for the literature and storytelling until we meet again. Thank you. This is Malvika.
So,
Thank you so much.
Kanika,
Thank you so much, ma'am.
congratulations once again.
Thank you, ma'am.
Looking
Thank you
forward
so much, ma'am.
for, yeah, looking forward to many more books of yours.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. I'll just take 1 minute, Malvika. I just want to thank all my lovely students who have, maybe bunked their classes or, just made an effort to be here. Some of them don't even get up at this time because of all the streaming hullabu that's there in their lives. But thank you so much, Ishwar, Javeer. I can see you there, Vaishnavi. Thank you so much, all of you. It means a lot for you all to be here. I must thank every person who, took their time out for this. Thank you so much, Dr. Salomi, Sham sir, Dr. Nitin, Manish sir, Malvika. Thank you, everyone. Thanks a lot. Anita ma'am as well. Thanks.
Okay, everyone. Thank you so much. Have a very good day. Thank you
Thanks.
for gracing this
Thanks a lot.
occasion. Bye.